Alright, it's card of the day, and this is card number 181, titled Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin. Let's learn more about Peter Cushing. Peter Wilton Cushing was an English actor best known for his roles in the Hammer Studio horror films of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, as well as his performance as Grand Moff Wilhelm Tarkin in Star Wars. Spanning over 6 decades, his acting career included appearances in more than 100 films, as well as many television, stage, and radio roles. George Lucas approached Cushing with the hopes of casting the actor in his upcoming space fantasy film Star Wars. Since the film's primary antagonist, Darth Vader, wore a mask throughout the entire film and his face was never visible, Lucas felt a strong human villain character was necessary. This led Lucas to write the character of Grand Moff Wilhelm Tarkin, a high-ranking Imperial governor and commander of the planet-destroying battle station, the Death Star. Lucas felt a talented actor was needed to play the role and said Peter Cushing was his first choice for the part. However, Cushing has claimed that Lucas originally approached him to play the Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, and only decided to cast him as Tarkin instead after the two met each other. Cushing said he would have preferred to play Kenobi rather than Tarkin, but could not have done so because he was to be filming other movie roles when Star Wars was shooting, and Tarkin's scenes took less time to film than those of the larger Kenobi role. Although not a particular fan of science fiction, Cushing accepted the part because he believed his audience would love Star Wars and enjoy seeing him in the role. Cushing joined the cast in May 1976, and his scenes were filmed at Elstree Studios in Borehamwood. Along with Alec Guinness, who was ultimately cast as Kenobi, Cushing was among the most famous actors at the time to appear in Star Wars, as the rest of the cast was still relatively unknown. As a result, Cushing was paid a larger daily salary than most of his fellow cast, earning £2,000, the equivalent of $3,680 in American dollars, per day compared to weekly salaries of $1,000 for Mark Hamill, $850 for Carrie Fisher, and $750 for Harrison Ford. When Cushing smoked between shots, he wore a white glove so the makeup artist would not have to deal with nicotine stains on his fingers. Like Guinness, Cushing had difficulty with some of the technical jargon in his dialogue, and claimed he did not understand all of the words he was speaking. Nevertheless, he worked hard to master the lines so they would sound natural and that his character would appear intelligent and confident. Cushing got along well with the entire cast, especially his old Hammer Studio co-star David Prowse, and Fisher, who was appearing in her first major role as Princess Leia. The scene in which Tarkin and Leia appeared together on the Death Star just before the destruction of the planet Alderaan was the first scene with major dialogue that Fisher filmed for Star Wars. Cushing consciously attempted to define their character as opposite representations of good and evil, and the actor purposely stood in the shadows so the light would shine on Fisher's face. Fisher said she liked Cushing so much that it was difficult to act as though she hated Tarkin, and she had to substitute somebody else in her mind to muster the feelings. Although one of her lines referred to Tarkin's foul stench, she said the actual actor smelled like linen and lavender, something Cushing attributed to his tendency to wash and brush his teeth thoroughly before filming because of his self-consciousness about bad breath. Upon learning of that line, Cushing asked Lucas, "Do you want me to look as if I have body odor?" That's it for now. More information on the next Peter Cushing card. And now it's the back side of the card, and it's another puzzle piece. Well, that's the card of the day. Look out for the next card. Thank you for watching Star Wars Obsessed Card of the Day. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can also follow Star Wars Obsessed on Facebook and Instagram.